Oh, you just encountered a wild Ephraim appeared.
Grass.
He's your starter.
Hi.
Today, what we do is we take all of the grass starters and we rank them. Who's the best final grass starter? Who's the worst final grass starter? We talk about it. There's heated debate. We disagree. There's tears, laughter, and much, much
You
more.
want to see what I can do with these vines, huh?
Coming up on this episode on a Bells and Whistles podcast.
Run that intro! Sorry, I worry about this little guy.
I don't know if he's doing too well.
You can't teach that. Hey, you ever hear about if you can't do, teach, and if you can't teach Jim, huh?
It's a great movie. Great movie. School of Rock, of course.
School of Rock.
Not much learning going on this podcast, is there? Welcome back.
If you can't teach Jim,
start a Pokemon podcast. Welcome back to the Bells and Whistles podcast. Ryan Quigley from Bernie, as always. You doing okay at home? I always need it. There always needs to be a joke at the top so I can put the fart things after it as a little button. The little fart subscribe.
Now you're seeing the inside scoop.
I've only gotten one comment complimenting the genius that is the fart subscribe thing.
Oh.
Only one ever.
Who?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, there was like an actual comment.
We get so many comments. Yeah, we get so many comments.
Oh, we get a lot of comments. Now, did anybody ask any questions too?
We got a couple questions.
Oh, good.
But they're to be spread out between this podcast.
I know.
We're doing a double feature today.
We're doing a double feature. That's why
it's a
we're
bullshit
carbo loading.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
I'm scared these days of whatever this is going to be.
Of the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
That's good for the audio medium.
Oh,
wait, no, look, what? Oh, I thought.
Up.
I'm officially on your side.
I gave it to you.
I'm officially on your side.
It feels like
I was totally powerless in that situation.
Yeah.
Totally.
No.
That was the first time where I felt like I did absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And I still fucked up.
See?
Because normally it's happened before and I'm like, oh, I made an error.
Yeah.
That time
it's just crazy.
That time was
I feel like you're sitting on a graveyard or something.
haunted.
Or there's like some electromagnetism going on.
The other night I was just trying to fall asleep and I swore to God that I had an intruder. I swear to God that I swore I was like, okay, showtime, baby. There's someone that just broke into my fucking apartment. A fucking burglar. And I was,
what do you do? What are you gonna do?
I was like, oh God, oh, what? And I began creeping. I began creeping, and then I looked down. It was just I fell asleep while my YouTube was still on my phone, and I couldn't really tell where the sound was
I've got a
coming
series of swords. That I'm
I have a sword.
You have a sword? Yeah,
I
you got it right here.
Yeah,
right
I have
here.
a sword right over
I'm
here.
gonna keep a couple of mine right above my bed.
There's nothing scarier than you break into someone's house.
On guard!
Anyway, what are we doing today?
I'm like, don't make me.
No, you go like this, and then he slices in half. What are we doing today? We have to
all right, so okay.
Podcast in.
So there's the pod. So welcome to the podcast.
Do the dear viewer bit. You abandoned that.
Yeah, I abandoned it the second you brought it up.
Yeah.
Well, once again, dear viewer, we've got more fun and games for you.
America's favorite pastime.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bells and Whistles podcast.
All right, well, we did one DLC. It's old news. Nobody fucking cares anymore.
Nobody gives a shit.
So we're prepping for that.
You don't want to? You mean to tell me you don't want to talk about Dokutaru? The Mokataru?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that hemorrhoid. No, there's the new DLC. I don't know when it's coming out. At some point, probably in a couple months. But the new one's coming out, and it has all of the starters in it. So we're gonna try a new little thing where we rank all of the starters up until now. So that we can prepare you to get to pick out which one you want. So we're starting with grass.
It's true.
And there's a thing, because this was Ryan's idea. I won't take credit.
Oh, great to throw me under the bus.
No, but yeah, this was Ryan's idea.
Great to throw
because I thought
me
it was a
under
great
the
idea. I
bus.
thought it was a fun time.
Oh, don't patronize.
I've added a new twist to it.
There's a new
There's
twist?
a thing to this that even you don't know is coming.
Oh, God forbid we just do some fucking SEO nonsense.
No. Because we had talked about reviewing fan art. So
Okay.
each one of the little images we have here is some of the funniest fan art I could find of each of these things.
But we're still. I was wondering what was taking you so long.
Uh-huh.
But we're still ranking the original Pokemon.
we're ranking the original
So if it's a
Pokemon.
really stupid, if it's my favorite grass starter and I'm willing to fight for him, and you pulled up this stupid thing where
That's
it's
what it's about.
Torterra as Homer Simpson,
Yeah.
I still fight for the original Pokemon.
you have to defend the original Pokemon. It's not ranking the fan art.
To the SEO people, I apologize.
No.
Please still push this
this
video.
is. I think this is everything that you wanted more,
and just a little
And
bit
just a little
more.
bit more, huh?
All right, so let's start recording, huh?
All right. So all things considered,
Okay.
we're gonna start from the very beginning.
Do you have a clear Pokemon in your mind right now that you want to target? Because I don't know if I do. Because I seldom pick a grass type.
I hardly ever pick a grass type either, which I think means that we're biased
Okay.
a little bit. But I think that's good.
I would
for
argue
this.
that we're unbiased.
Well,
in
the sense,
terms
I
of
guess
this.
in terms of this, I guess in general, it's like we just don't like grass types. But
Yeah, that's fair.
But we're gonna start from the very beginning.
I'm with you.
The OG, the original himself, Venusaur.
Venusaur. This is really stupid.
So I found this guy. It says Venusaur Explorer.
It's pretty good. Venusaur Explorer, I quite like Venusaur. I understand that there is a hive of people
Yeah.
who love Venusaur.
Yeah.
I am not a member of that hive. I can't pretend to be a member of the hive.
It's
me-
interesting you keep calling it a hive.
A
like a
hive-
couple of bees.
That's I'll have you know that's like a sports thing.
Oh, is it
If
really?
there's a player that people fangirl over or whatever, it's called a hive.
Okay.
Are you exploding?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Shout out to the Cam Reddish hive. You all look like idiots.
Okay. Well, let's talk like that then. So here's the queen bee.
I'm gonna say that it is a B tier for now. I think it has upward mobility. It's never been fantastic, but I think it belongs in B.
Are we doing ranky panky rules where we can only have a number in each one?
Yeah, I think so. We do. Let's call this a rapid ranky panky.
Okay, so if you don't know, I know. Sorry that we're explaining this now. We can only have 2 in each one.
Does that math work?
Probably not, because I think there's
We can't have
10.
too many. We can't have 6 A's. We're going to try our best to spread it.
We're going to spread it out. If there's
Yeah.
too many in A, even if they are good ones, we need to spread it out.
I am projecting that Venusaur winds up as a B
Okay, great.
for me.
Yeah, no,
What are
that
your
makes
thoughts?
sense. That makes sense. I think Venusaur, while never one that really interested me, I'm trying to do a
So mad at you for not just getting a regular fucking cartoon. I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, go ahead.
He's got a map. He's on
Okay,
his
where
way.
does Venusaur go?
I think Venusaur is probably it's the best of the starters to pick in that generation regarding like competitive, gets you through the gyms.
Yeah, I mean that lasted a whole one generation.
I know, but it still, I think that it's earned its spot a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you. We can put it in B.
I think it ends up in B.
I
With a possible A.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if it ends up in S. I think that's the bigger point here, is that it's not an S. I'm sorry, kids.
That's the upsetting
I'm sorry,
thing,
children.
huh?
Yep.
Next, Meganium.
This is a stuffy.
I saw it on there. It turns out there's not a lot of fan art of Meganium.
So like I think that you really hate Meganium.
I do hate Meganium.
You hate Meganium.
I do think Meganium is pretty criminal.
You're telling me you don't like this green penis?
When you say it like that. No, I think Meganium is a snooze fest if there ever was one. I think it's unfortunately I kind of feel like people went into this video knowing that Meganium was going to be in the bottom.
I'm not a member of the subreddits like you are.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of shocked when you and I first talked. Out of all our conversations about Meganium, I was shocked to learn that there's something of a deep, like, communal hatred of this Pokemon. I didn't realize that because I don't have it. I think if you asked me before I ever knew that other people hated Meganium, I would say, is it going to wind up a low D, high E for me? But I have a feeling that you're going to try and put it in the basement there.
I'm going to try and put it in F. We won't pick F yet. But I think we should put it in at least E. I don't think
I have an F in my mind.
You do?
I do, and it's not Meganium. I'm going to say so. Let's put her in E right now.
Okay, let's put Meganium in E. Remember, I couldn't remember her name before I asked. I asked Ryan, is it Magnesia? All right, we're gonna put her on her side. The poor thing, poor thing's out to pasture.
Yeah, face down, ass up, sweetheart.
Next is Sceptile.
Sceptile for me.
Just take a minute.
I don't want to. I
just
hate
take a
this.
minute to really. This was what I was particularly proud of.
This is really dumb. Hold for laughter. I think Sceptile for me. I know. We said that we're going to space things out, but we can have two per thing. I think Sceptile is also a B. It might even be an A.
I think Sceptile's an A.
You think Sceptile's an A for sure? There is something for me about Sceptile that I'm not. I like Mega Sceptile more than I like regular Sceptile.
I know. I probably should have thrown Mega Sceptile in as an option here, but I don't know. I feel like we count them as
no.
Sceptile, I think, is the cool. There's other ones. We won't spoil what we think about other ones. Yeah. But I really do think Sceptile is pretty damn sick.
Sceptile's an A. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sceptile's an A for sure.
Yeah. Look at it.
Is he an S?
She's smoking. And I'm not just talking about the cigarette.
There's part of me that would be kind of shocked if it wound up as our S, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Next. I don't know. I think you're crazy. I will say. Now here's Torterra.
Oh, this is not Torterra.
No, this is. Sure it is. No, we had to throw one of these. We probably should be promoting these artists or whoever.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You've seen these guys. This guy does very cool art.
I do. I'll say once a month I go on like realistic Pokemon and have that be my doom scrolling.
Yeah,
thing. And I do. This pleases me very deeply. I'm very pleased by this.
Business or pleasure?
For me, Torterra is an A. I adore Torterra. I love Torterra. I have fond memories of Torterra. I think Torterra's design is sick. I love Torterra's competitive viability. I like what he does. Torterra for me is an A.
You want a hot take?
You hate Torterra?
I don't hate Torterra, but I think I really do think that Torterra does everything that Venusaur wants to do. Better.
So you're going to say knock Venusaur down to C.
I think we
Torterra
knock
B?
Venusaur down to C and Torterra becomes B.
Okay, I'm comfortable with that. For me, Torterra is higher, but I can understand if I have to use my platform to speak for the Pokemon community. I don't think Torterra is the greatest of all time, but for me, he might be.
I mean, like, look, we'll see how this shapes up because I think there's only 10 that we have here.
Yeah.
And there's 7 categories here, so we should spread it out.
All right, so throw Venusaur as the C. Then this is not set in stone. You have to watch the end of the video.
It's not set in stone. We're going to move things around as we go. I agree with you. Torterra is an undersung sort of king.
I love Torterra.
In ways. He was never something that totally interested me because I thought that generation was really strong.
It really was. It's really difficult to pick Torterra over Empoleon and Infernape.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, but that's the only thing against him. Like some of these generations that I really kind of hate.
Yeah.
If you gave me Torterra in place of the Grass Starter.
There are some generations coming up where Torterra would sweep any of the starters.
Awesome.
In my head.
Torterra's awesome.
I like Torterra a lot. I think it's a great idea. I think everything about it is pretty well executed.
Yeah.
Here's Superior.
It's disgusting.
We had to have one, and I thought this one was pretty funny.
That's terrible. I wonder when we're going to start disagreeing because for me, I see Superior, and I see a dry hand job. I do not like Superior at all.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. I'm going to put him in D tier just because it's screaming for someone to be put there right now, and I think he belongs in D.
I think
he's a big.
I don't like.
You said snooze before. This to me is a snooze.
this is not as much a snooze as Meganium. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
suggesting that.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
I'm
this
saying.
is not. This is not by any means a great starter.
Yeah.
I can't defend. I can't defend Superior. I do think it's out of that generation.
Yeah.
Do I like it the most? I can't remember what we spoke on. I don't like Embor.
That's fine.
I don't like Embor. Maybe Samurott is the one I like the best. I think that's what I said when we did the
Yeah,
review.
I think that's the correct thing. I think design-wise, Samurott wins.
Yeah.
I think like competitive viability game playthrough-wise, Embor wins. Probably,
guess
and then I
so,
think
yeah.
Superior. Imagine
kind of a
losing
big
to
loser.
losing to those two.
Yeah.
This is the generation where if you replace Superior with Torterra,
Yeah. It's oh my god, it would be.
if you
it
it would be the most. It would be the first time that a grass aside from Gen 1 where
Yeah.
the grass starter is the most popular one.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't know. I think
It belongs in D.
it belongs in D. I
It
think
might
it's
even
funny.
end up in E.
It might very well. I think if you painted it yellow, it looks like an unpeeled banana.
That's really funny.
I love this one. So it's just that.
So hear me out.
Yeah.
I remember disliking Chestnut when he first came out.
Yeah.
And I think part of it has to do with the other starters. And
Yeah.
this is
Gen 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the better grass starters ever. It
don't-
kind of
I-
is.
I
I don't
don't
love
know,
it.
man. I don't
For
know.
me, what I would do here, I have such issues. What I was about to say right
Yeah.
here, and I'm redacting it, but you
Yeah.
deserve to know where my knee jerk was moving Torterra up to A and putting Chestnut in B, but I can't put Chestnut over Venusaur.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
don't
think
know. I think
does
it's
it belong in C for right now?
I think it's in C.
I think it belongs in C. I think it belongs in C. For me, it's just I think I have a funny feeling that Venusaur is going to end up getting moved up.
We might do a little promotion
Yes.
at some point.
I think that there's going to be a couple promotions. I think it belongs in C.
Delphox, for me, I kind of have the reverse reaction with you in
Yeah.
the sense that I think.
So what? Am I
So
going
this
crazy?
is Greninja.
This is Greninja.
Delphox and Chestnut.
But understand that's the biggest deal is that Greninja sweet.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Greninja's
Greninja, it's so hard to compete with anything like Greninja, right?
Yes.
Like, so that really puts it in its place. But at the same time, Delphox is by far one of my least favorite looking things Pokemon has ever done.
It's a heinous Pokemon.
So I really think that makes this one feel very middle of the pack to me.
it does. That's because it is middle of the pack. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're trying to be objective,
Yeah.
Chestnut is cool. Chestnut is cool.
Yeah, you're right. No,
Chestnut
Chestnut
is
is cool,
cool.
especially when it looks like that.
Belongs
No,
in
you're
C.
right.
It
Chestnut
belongs in
is
C
Chestnut
for
is
now. It
cool.
belongs in
I
C
think
for
he will probably maybe move up at somebody. He's covering up my girl Superior. All right. After Chestnut, we had this.
a very, very. You're so stupid.
I needed to make sure that it was completely unbiased.
One of the easiest, quickest. We all know where
It's
this
so
is going.
good.
It's we're putting it in A for
Yeah.
now, out of respect for the game.
Yeah.
But it's in A, man.
It's an A.
It's just
an
an
A. The Decidueye is so good.
Decidueye
There's
is
not
one of
really
the
any
greatest-
argument.
Grass Ghost.
Yeah, Grass
sick
Ghost,
design,
Owl,
competitive
Archer.
Oh my god.
all that shit. You can't beat it.
my
Now, here's
goodness.
one that you won't see coming.
Okay.
Hisuian Decidueye.
Oh, this is so interesting that you
Uh-huh.
did this to me. Because we haven't really spoken.
We haven't
about
spoken
these.
about those.
Do you want to lead off with this?
I think that Hisuian Decidueye is kind of underrated.
You think Hisuian Decidueye is kind of underrated?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I think, and granted, we haven't spent a lot of time talking about this one or any of these, but I think Hisuian Decidueye is kind of like the Golden Boy version of Chestnut. That's why I have
In your head,
In my head.
this Decidueye does everything that Chestnut wanted to do.
yes, which
Okay.
is why I'm kind of like, okay, Chestnut can live in the middle ground. I think Hisuian Decidueye can be in B.
Okay.
But I know from how you're speaking to me, I'm something of an empath, you have to understand.
Yeah, right.
I have a feeling that you want to put this thing at the bottom.
I
can't believe it.
I hate Hisuian Decidueye and his little fucking hat. I think it's so stupid. I hate his little stance. Just because you go like this and you paint yourself a little red doesn't mean you're a fighter. This is so. I actually think it's up there. I know I had a rant the other time on fucking Cling Clang and how that's like an insult to Magnezone.
Yeah.
This is nothing short of like a bigger, like more like an insult that hits you in your fucking diaphragm. That's how intense I think Pokemon was wrong in making this. I think he's swept by his other starters.
Yeah.
I think he's swept by Hisuian Typhlosion and Samurott. I think he's swept by them. I don't think it's close.
I don't know.
I don't know why you would pick this. I don't know why you would waste your fighting or grass type on this mid-ass, ugly-ass design. Wow. Especially, I would say that even if he wasn't coming from one of the best Pokemon designs ever. I said it. You heard it here first, children. It is a downgrade of all downgrades. It belongs in E tier.
I gotta tell you, I think you're a little crazy.
I'm not crazy.
I think you're a little crazy.
I'm not
compared
crazy.
to E tier. E tier can with pedal pubes.
I think it belongs in pedal pubes. Put it in D tier out of respect to you.
We're gonna put it in D tier,
but it's gonna wind up in
right
E, and
now.
everybody knows it.
I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I was gonna put it in C, but I will put it in D for you.
I hate it.
All right, last two.
Look at me, I got a little hat.
Sure.
Okay, with this fan art, I like him. Rillaboom for me is everything that's wrong with modern day Pokemon. I don't like Rillaboom at all.
Yeah.
I really hated this whole generation.
I know you really did not.
I really hate Cinderace. I really hate fucking Inteleon. I'm an Inteleon guy, but that is by force.
Yeah.
You know, it was pressed upon me. There's no circ. I wanted to love Rillaboom, but I couldn't. I hate his silly little hair.
I don't know.
I like that he's jacked. Maybe that's me being a little gay, but I don't like much else. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with Rillaboom. So I'm going to do Grassy Glide, Earthquake, fucking, like what, the Boom Burst? Is that the set that you run on a fucking Rillaboom?
I mean, probably you could do a Grassy Seed with the Grassy Surge, and then you can give him Acrobatics. I don't know. Here's where we differ. I picked Cinderace. I was a fire guy with this one. You picked Inteleon. You were a water guy with this one. I kind of think if taking two steps back.
Yes.
If we didn't pick the respective ones that we did, and they were maybe a little better, I don't think we would hate Rillaboom as much. I think Rillaboom is actually kind of a decent design, and it's lumped in with two really shitty designs in a shitty generation. I kind of think that it's actually the better of the three, and we just didn't want to pick a grass starter. I don't know, but that's where I'm leaning right now. Is it meh?
No, I'm being gaslit right now, man. No, I'm not. I think it is an example. I really heard you out there, and I hope you understand. But this is stupid. His hair is too much, and his thing is that he plays drums. That's really stupid.
What about Donkey Kong? Nobody complained when Donkey Kong played drums.
I wouldn't pick him and Pokemon either. I wouldn't. A gorilla's supposed to be sick. It's supposed to be cool. He's not any of those things. He's weenie tier.
I don't think he's a weenie tier. I don't think he's a weenie tier. I'll give you. I can move down Hisuian Decidueye, but I don't think Rillaboom belongs lower than C.
Okay,
I really don't think
that's
so.
fine. All right, if you really, all right.
I think that there's a lot of people that think Rillaboom is kind of the cooler one.
Yeah.
I think these are like the same idea.
Wait, so you're putting him in C or D?
I'm putting him in C, and I'm going to move him down. I'm not going to put him lower than C. I don't think he deserves to be lower than C.
He belongs right smack in D. But
we'll move things around. We're gonna move things around.
Okay, he's gonna end up in D. That's fine.
Last one. Meowscarada.
I think
You just guys just be thankful that I didn't pick any of the other pictures of Meowscarada.
yeah, right. A little horny. Meowscarada for me. I feel like there's a lot of recency bias here because I remember I'm too close to the leak cycle of before anybody had seen Meowscarada, and there remained a lot of hope for what. Not just hope, but specific ideas of what Meowscarada ought to have been.
Yeah.
And because all of those ideas were so great with fan art such as this, you couldn't help but be disappointed by Meowscarada.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme, I think Meowscarada is pretty okay. I think Meowscarada is solid.
Yeah.
Is it my favorite? No.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay.
Let's take all of our opinions, our kind of biases off the table for a second.
Yes.
Meowscarada is perfectly well designed. It is a cool kind of grass dark thing. I think the magician dark thing is something that I would probably like a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
That being said, I think Meowscarada belongs in F.
You think Meowscarada belongs in F?
I think Meowscarada is so egregious.
Do you really?
I really
Is this
do
a
not,
newfound thing
no,
from you?
I really do not like this Pokemon.
But when did this start? This is because when we did our review or whatever.
When we did our review, you have to remember, we hadn't played any of the Pokemon games at that point. I hadn't.
Sure.
I this was my first time seeing a lot of them. And I was confused. I didn't even really know what this thing looked like.
Okay.
The more I look at it, the less I like it. I think its face is stupid.
Wow.
I think that it became this little.
You don't like when it goes, when it fucking makes the thing fucking disappear?
I hate that. No, this Pokemon might as well be like, I'm so cool. I think it's really lame.
Yeah.
I think this is it. See, I know you're Rillaboom, right? You're like, this is where Pokemon, is what's wrong with everything.
Yeah.
To me, Meowscarada is what's wrong with modern design.
Wow.
I think that it is too. I don't know. It's just
cute.
No, I don't think it's cute. To me, it's like trying so desperately hard to be like the grass Greninja. The grass, the slick, cool one.
But I feel like if they wanted to do that, if that was truly their aim, what a massive failure.
I know.
I didn't get that.
I see it like that. I see it like it's trying to be the cool Pokemon that you're looking at this time around.
I think fucking Skeledirge is the cool one.
But that's the thing I don't like, and I get that there's just things that you fall into, right? That it's like one is bulkier, one is sillier, one is the cool one. And it's been like that for a while now. And I don't like it. I wish that we could stop being, playing into these kind of differentiating things. In the first one was a dragon, and the other two were these big bulky creatures,
Yeah.
I liked that. I think it was and I'm not, you could say that about a lot of them. I think in Gen 3 Blaziken and Blaziken and Sceptile are essentially doing the same thing in their respective genres. They're just these cool, fast, awesome attackers.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that this feels like a try hard, and I don't know. That's my allergic reaction to Meowscarada.
It sounds like you have an agenda.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I have plenty of agendas.
Yeah.
I would be shocked. I can't let you... I won't fight tooth and nail for fucking Meowscarada because Lord knows I don't care enough. But it really belongs in C or D. It really doesn't belong... It doesn't belong any lower than that.
I know.
And I really think that it is... I guess the core disagreement is that I think Meowscarada is... I think it's pretty clearly better than Rillaboom for me.
Yeah.
I think that. And maybe that's a hot take, but I think it is. I think Rillaboom is really lame competitively. I think it's lame. The design is lame and lazy, and they like. I feel like Rillaboom's design is just a list of failed jokes.
I don't know.
I feel like
look,
they had the skeleton of a cool starter, and then they were like, well, let's give him. We're not going to give him another type, so let's give him some personality. And they said, oh, I wonder. Well, let's give him really long hair.
I see.
And a drum set.
I think that you're crazy if you're using that argument as against Rillaboom, but you aren't applying the exact same thing to this.
No, because
this reeks of personality. Like, oh, I'm a little edgy magician.
I don't
you know?
love Meowscarada.
Yeah.
I don't love Meowscarada at all, but I think it works more than the shit that they did with Rillaboom.
This is where I think we disagree.
That's
I think
fine.
and look, you know.
So, like, how about this? Here,
I'm serving the papers tomorrow.
Yeah, I know exactly. I'm keeping the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a disaster with you putting Rillaboom in C. Rillaboom is going to end up in D. And it's just the way it is. Okay, so this was the final one.
Yes.
So let's begin our rejiggering here.
Yes.
Rejiggering
process.
All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means we get how many are going to have 2 in them?
So I think what we should do is have 1S, 1A, 2B, 2D, the 2B, 2C do D, 1E, and 1F.
Okay. If that is the case,
I think we know what's the S and the A are going to be. I think Decidueye goes up.
Decidueye is an S. And then Sceptile's
I think Sceptile's an A.
And then we get 2 B, C, D?
Yeah.
So Torterra is for sure a B. We can agree upon that.
Yeah.
I am prepared to argue that Venusaur does belong in B.
That's fine.
Venusaur,
That's fine.
I think that does. I would put.
That's fine. I will put Torterra before Venusaur
that's
in
fine.
B, but that's
okay.
fine.
Now we're
agree.
in.
This
the
is when we're
nitty-gritty.
in murky waters. Do you want to move down before we tackle C? I have a feeling that's going to be the most complicated one.
Okay. I actually would take even Serperior over Rillaboom is the problem.
You're crazy.
I really would, man.
You're so
Fuck
bonkers.
Fuck that Pokemon in the ass, bro.
I can't believe
I hate
that's
that
also.
Pokemon.
I mean, people will. I've never been one. I don't care what you guys say in the comments, just as long as you do comment. But if you say that Rillaboom is not competitive, Rillaboom was on every single fucking team.
It is competitive. I just don't care.
You know?
I don't like. Why would you choose your grass type to be your competitive fucking attacker? Imagine choosing a grass type as a physical, like your physical attacker.
Look, I know. Look, I know some people swing that way. I'm not gonna do anything about that. But I don't judge.
So the issue. Okay, so Meganium is really it really is F. Like, are you willing to die on that hill? For me, it's Hisuian Decidueye. It really is. I think it's an abomination.
I think you're crazy.
I really think so.
I think I mean, do you want to take finishing arguments here, and we could do, or at least for this E and F situation? I feel like we both aren't crazy about Meganium, and we're conflicted with Decidueye.
Right.
Is there something that you feel like Meganium should be over besides Hisuian Decidueye that you want to put a Rillaboom in F?
No, but I'll tell you what I would do. I would have, you know what? You're right. I think I would. Meganium's going to end up in F, and I'll tell you why. Because if I was making this list alone, Hisuian Decidueye would be my F, Meganium would be my E, and then Rillaboom would be my high D.
Yeah.
So let's split the difference and say Meganium F, Hisuian Decidueye E, Rillaboom needs to go in D. It just does. If you want to put it a high D, fine. But you're having a lot of problems putting. So the one thing that's for certain is Chespin is high C.
Yeah,
Chespin is high C.
Our Chespin
and then
over
this
here.
is where
the
one thing that I'll give us, you know,
we're humanitarians.
As far apart as we may be in our political ideologies, I think we are having the right conversation here.
Yeah, I think we are.
Let us know if we're having the right conversation.
These are the kinds of talks that should be had now.
Okay, so what are you thinking?
I didn't watch the Bells and Whistles Grass Starters tier list. I sat my ass down and listened.
So what are you thinking?
If it's up to me, I think Rillaboom stays in C. You move Meowscarada down to D. I understand that you have as much vitriol towards Rillaboom as I have towards Meowscarada. So What if I pitch you this?
Okay.
This is going to make a lot of people angry, but I think that's probably the best way we do it.
Yeah.
We move Superior up to C, and we put them both in D.
I think that's only fair. I think that's only fair. Because I think I pick Superior before I pick either of them.
Yeah, I know. And I can have fun with Leaf Storm, Contrary, Superior.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's totally fine.
Fucking a Dragon Tail or whatever.
Dragon Tails.
Dragon Tails. Come on, time to Dragon Tails.
Max. It's crazy that kid's name was also Max. But I feel like that blue dragon sounds exactly like Goofy, is the thing.
I don't think so.
I feel like maybe that's another thing that we need to look at.
he sounds like an
I feel like that's kind of what Goofy sounds like.
Oh. We'll do this next episode.
We'll do this next time.
We got to prepare for our next guest. Yeah, I think this is pretty damn good, don't you?
I think people will be mad at us, but
what do you think? What do you think people's biggest beef will be?
I think people's biggest beef is that Superior is as high as that.
I feel like there's a Superior hive though.
Maybe. I genuinely think people like Rillaboom a lot.
Yeah, I hate Rillaboom.
But I can't. I'm not in a position to defend it as much as you dislike it.
I don't like it.
Maybe people like Hisuian Decidueye. I can't remember. I liked it. Okay,
I didn't like it. Okay.
Can I be frank for a second?
Yeah, sure.
I think that the Hisuian starters are kind of bad all around.
I really think they are.
Yeah.
I think they are. But imagine. I think that the Hisuian Typhlosion was a fumbled bag. I think that could have been really excellent. Just wasn't.
Yeah.
But I think that's the clear winner.
Yeah.
I think the Samurott could have been better, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And I think that Hisuian Decidueye, abject failure. Sorry. I think so. Abject failure. What an embarrassing decision they all made.
It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Stop
I like this.
Yeah,
There you go.
Stop recording.
Beep, beep.
Now. Nice. Question or two before we wrap up?
Yeah, let's do a question, huh?
Question or two? Super quick.
Yeah.
We have good ones for Galen. I don't know if this one's coming first or second because we're about to.
Good one from Galen.
Well, I'll give you one Galen just sent in. Not a question per se, but a challenge for a future episode. No alcohol and no cursing. No. This is fun. Well, I think
Could be fun. It could be a fun little challenge. Maybe we bring a couple of, I don't know, we have some, some elderly people, some kids.
I got one from my good friend Reabs. She says to me, how late do you think Ephraim will be today? I'll have you know. There's this idea that you're like always late to podcasts, and I think you're like a perfectly acceptable amount of late.
I know, I am. I don't know. Look.
I don't think it's...
I don't know. We're having troubles at home.
And he was basically on time, but I had him go pick me up. I had him go pick up Daddy
I know, we
a
didn't
salad.
talk about that. I
had to pick up Papa a salad
from Create.
I needed a Caesar salad, man. I needed some roughage and some protein, and that's what
I was. I'll say this
Daddy got.
about that.
Yeah.
This is not an indictment on Create. I'm sure that salad is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
$16.
I owe you $16, right?
You don't owe me $16 because you bought me plenty of meals too. But $16 for a Caesar salad?
I'll give you $16. Yeah, no, it's but
what inflation has gone too far.
It's fucking.
And I'm not talking about currency.
Hey, let's go, Brandon.
I had somebody explain that to me.
You never heard this origin story?
The origin story I never knew. It's like NASCAR. It's like NASCAR.
Yeah, they started
racing.
chanting. They started fuck Joe Biden, and he said, "Yeah, let's go, Brandon."
Because I thought that's hilarious. The newscaster was saying,
Yeah.
they're saying, "Let's go, Brandon." That's so funny. I'm sorry.
It's really
that's
funny.
Really funny. That's where the Republicans have us beat, is that they could just come up with funnier little things to say.
It's true. Here's one from Sean R&R. I'm not certain who this person is, but what do you think of your brilliant subscriber Kenny, who's not that much of a Kenny himself? Any idea what that means?
Sean R&R. Can I see the picture of the person? Maybe I know who it is.
but just is I don't know the bigger question. I mean, like regardless of who Sean R&R is, but I mean, like I'm sure you're a great fella. But the bigger thing is who's Kenny.
Who is Kenny?
I don't know who Kenny is.
Not sure, Sean. I mean, like, look, we love all of our subscribers equally, except for the ones that comment because we like you a little more.
We love Gayleen.
Yeah.
We love all yous.
We don't know who Kenny is, unfortunately, huh?
I think the rest we save for a lot.
Yeah, let's.
I almost teased who the guest was.
That was tough.
That was a real close call.
Yikes.
Yeah, we'll do the rest of the questions with Rolando. If you have any questions. if you made this part of the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Ask a question, please. We need all the questions that we can get. Turn that notification bell on. If you're listening on any of the audio apps, whether it's Apple, Spotify, if you're listening on Rillaboom's Rillaboom's drum set, leave a 5-star review. If you don't think that we were a 5-star review today, that's fine. We could be a 4-star review. That'd be really helpful. If you're thinking about leaving 3 stars, just
don't do it. Don't do it. Why would you do that?
Instead, put the phone down. Call your mother. Okay, and that's what we do. If you want to email us, bellhopproductionsllc@gmail.com with any questions. If you want to edit for us, you want to help us out in any way, come on down. If you want to support us directly, just take my money already, Ryan Ephraim. Please, I beg of you. I'm here naked, touching myself. Ugh. Do me a favor. Go to our Teespring.
Do me a favor. Keep going.
Yeah. Don't stop. I'm almost there. Go to our Teespring. It's in the description down below. Buy a T-shirt. Buy a mug. Buy a fucking knapsack. Buy a sticker. We have all of it there. If you don't do that, we have plenty of other shit, don't we?
We do. So, I didn't. We'll figure this out afterwards. But supposedly, sometime within the month of October, we will be moving the 3 Ways to Survive videos over to this channel.
Yeah. We got to do that.
We'll be moving that over there. So watch those over on that channel while you can. Otherwise, we're moving them over here. The same will not be said for another fucking Let's Play. But
soon.
There will be some streaming to be had. My move-in is taking as long as it possibly can. Don't worry, but the streaming will come probably within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah, it sure will.
It'll be lots of fun to be had. Start sending in stuff that you'd like to see me play now. I was thinking I'd do some Showdown content for the Pokemon fans out there.
Okay.
Pokemon Showdown. You know, we'll see what goes on with that.
I'm going to see how it goes for you, and then I might join in.
Yeah, and then you might join in. Yeah. Why not, right?
Yep.
Is there anything else that we want to do?
Puppets and Felt Armor. Make sure you check that out.
You should check out Puppets and Felt Armor. Yeah, we'll talk about that more next week.
Or this week.
Check it out. Or this week. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But check it out. Check it out if you can. It's really funny, and Rolando Chusan is very funny. And
he's a good guy.
Yeah,
good feller.
Great guy.
Good feller.
He's a great guy. Did you see? I don't know if you listen to any like Theo Vaughn. What you just did.
I love Theo Vaughn.
Did you see the thing with Bobby Lee?
I didn't listen to all of it, but yeah.
When he's like, when Theo's like, do you think people in China do? He's like, you keep asking me like people. You keep asking. That was the same level of funny to me as what you just did with like teasing Rolando, where he was like, you keep asking me if I'm Chinese and you're not saying all this, and he's like, I just want you to memorize what I am. So anyway, I'm Chinese.
You know he's not Chinese though. That was just him.
I know, but that was what was really funny.
Oh my god, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Got anything else to say?
No, I got nothing else to say.
All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.
Cheers. Yeah.